What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Hitting the Bars. It's your girl, Savvy Wavy One. Besides KOC, how's it going?
Good. Life is peachy. Nothing. It's one of those ones I was like, I have no comment. Life is just swell. How are you
Love it.
doing?
You know, when you say life is peachy, it reminds me of my dad. That's like do you ever get that where they're like, life's peachy?
I'm like trying to think about it's something that just like a certain people say and certain don't. Do you know what I mean? I'm trying to think. I was like, does my mom say it? I don't know. Just some people say and some don't. And your dad's one of those people that
I love
peachy
it.
and it's his repertoire. It's in some.
It just reminds me of, I'm like, oh,
Oh,
you
I
remind me of
love
my
that.
dad right now.
Quite offended, but I'll take it.
Yeah. But yeah, it's like when someone, just says like a funny thing. But what did you ask? We got distracted.
I didn't ask anything. I was just saying life's pretty chill. How are you doing? How are you doing?
It's good. Honestly, it's busy.
Mhm.
But it's all fantastic. I've had, this week where Michael's traveling for his conferences, and I am like to the point of delirium where I have full-blown conversations with Bentley being like tonight, Bentley and I have a date. I've already planned it out. I've already told him we are going to watch Anne Hathaway's new movie, and then we're going to play a little bit of Spyro. And then we're going to get dinner, takeout specifically. And I'm going to go to the gym, and I am going to read a book. Like I just already know. And I told Bentley the whole plan. He said he's down.
I love that. I wish I could join you. You two are going to have a fabulous time. I wish I was a part of it. I wish I was a part of it.
Yeah.
My week.
Oh, go
sorry.
No, you go for it.
I was like, my weekend is like so opposite of yours. It's ridiculous.
Do tell.
So you know how the ideal weekend, once you're like over the age of 25, is like one social, one resting, one productive. Like you pick and choose which. One's a half day, but that's like ideal. No. Not for me this weekend. So I'm going to attempt to do my me time and productive time all in a span of 3 hours tonight. My goal is to clean my apartment, do my laundry, have a me moment, wash my hair, all tonight, because then I fly for a bachelor party for my stepsister, Kennedy and Keenan, bachelorette party, and then fly back. And then my friend's leaving for a couple weeks, so we're doing her like goodbye. It's playoff season. We're gonna go say goodbye. So I have approximately 3 hours for health, wellness, and productivity, and then just shenanigans. So
That sounds fun though.
I'm excited, but I'm like, I've got my to-do list dialed. I'm like, you go home and there's no time to rest. It's boom, 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 boom. Yeah. Productivity, and then blow it all to smithereens Saturday and Sunday.
I love it. It's that saying that's like, what is it, like bar, club, party, sleep, repeat. That's what it starts with. Healthcare, self-love, help, and then bachelorette, and then party.
I should make that I should make a song that instead of club, another club, bar.
You nailed it.
Health, wellness. Yeah, I'm on it. Yes. I'm on it.
Oh, I feel like the girls would like that.
Right? That would be our new intro.
Yeah.
Health.
I love it.
Pilates, running, apples. I don't know. I just tried to think of saying healthy. Apples was the first thing you came to
Eat your apples. Apple a day keeps the doctor away.
Debatable. But also kind of not.
This is very random. I like apples, but I don't crave them enough to buy them. They'll just sit in my fridge. Yesterday I was driving and I was like, man, I could really use an apple with some peanut butter.
It hits.
It hits. I contemplated driving 10 minutes to the grocery store just for a single apple.
I consume an excessive amount of apples. That's on my carrot apples. It's high up there.
Really?
A lot of apples. But I'm picky about apples. I'm very picky about apples. They have to be cold and they have to be crunchy. The second I bite, if it's a mush, most disgusting.
So are you a Honey Crisper?
I like a Pink Lady is the most underrated apple. And then Honey Crisp is okay, but they tend to be mushy all the time. Like a good one is great, but very mushy. That's why I don't really like Granny Smith, but they're usually the crunchiest. So when you're on the go, you don't know. I'm like, it probably isn't mushy.
Totally.
That's my apple.
Being from Washington, I was just talking to one of my friends. She's from Vietnam. So I was just asking her what her favorite fruit was. And she was like, oh, I eat a lot of exotic fruit. And she was like, honestly, you probably don't know a lot of the fruit that I like. They're from Vietnam. And I was like, oh yeah, try me. She tells me, I'm like, yeah, I actually don't know any of this. And I'm like, you're talking to the girl that's from the land of apples. Like, because she was saying that we were talking about mangoes. And she was like, yeah, mango's not exotic. And I was like, yes, it is. And she doesn't think mango is exotic. But I was like, girl, I come from apples and oranges. Like, we don't have anything. We have cherries and apples.
Yeah.
Like, you're lucky if you get a mango in a store there.
That's a reminder that like exotic is question. You know what I mean? Just like when you go somewhere and you feel like you leave North America and a Budweiser is not a domestic beer. You know what I mean? It's like in the international category, and you're like, wait, what? No, it's a Bud. Oh, because we're out of North America. Same kind of idea. Like our rationale: an apple, an orange, a cherry, regular fruit. Exotic mangoes, pineapples, all those, and then you go to other sides of the world. So do they view apples as exotic, or does everywhere have apples? I feel anything we have, everywhere warm
I don't think
have.
everywhere has it. Well, actually, I don't know. I feel like it's quite common, but like when I think of exotic, I think of like tropical.
Yes,
like
same.
Exotic animals, not like deer and moose and stuff. So I don't know. I'll ask her next time. I'll get back to you.
Please. I was like, what? I would love to know what is like outside of North America and Europe. What is like, is there a fruit that we have that they're like, whoa?
Yeah.
Maybe avocado. I feel like, is avocado? I feel it's so heavy California and Mexico.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I'm like, but California could be exotic in my opinion, coming from Washington.
Well, that's what I was like, but in like, if you go to like overseas, do they view avocados as, do you know what I mean? Like, what would be not local? They're exotic to them because it's like a more Mexican California thing.
Yeah, I don't know. Everybody weigh in.
Please
sound
do.
off.
Sound off.
You know, I figured I'd go with my first hot take.
Ooh, please.
And that is, honestly, I love playing my childhood games when I'm younger or like as an adult.
Yeah.
But I'm struggling today. But I downloaded Spyro, as you all know, and it just does not hit. It's not that fun. It honestly overstimulates me, hurts my brain. I keep like messing up with the control things, and I'm honestly confused on like on what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to like collect these dragons, but I've been collecting these dragons for 4 days. And I was FaceTiming Michael yesterday and I was telling him about it. And he was like, well, what's the purpose? I've never played Spyro. And I said, I don't know. I don't remember the purpose. And I almost think like, it's like, don't meet your favorite celebrity, like you say. Maybe don't play your childhood game.
That makes me happy because we found last weekend my old Pokemon like Game Boy, and it had the cartridge and everything, and I was going to play it. And for some reason I was like, no, don't do it. So I'm glad. Thank you. That reassured why I didn't want to, because I was like, in my mind, it's the perfect game, and it probably sucks.
Yeah. No, it's like, but then again, I've played other ones like Freddy the Fish and Pajama Sam, and they're bomb. So I'm like, maybe it's just Spyro. And I'm honestly regretting not buying Crash Bandicoot and buying Spyro. I shouldn't have done it.
Tough life.
Tough life. I mean, these are my Friday plans, guys. These are my Friday plans.
How will you recover from this weekend of turmoil?
I truly don't know. I will lose sleep over this. When do I get to the next dragon? You know what is really annoying though? Is I see a dragon and he's like above in the sky, but I can't figure out how to get him. I'm so annoyed. And I'm confused by the map, people. So like, I know I'm not going to get back in this world to find that dragon. It's this whole thing. I think, this makes sense why I liked it in preschool.
Your YouTube search this weekend will be like, how to play Spyro.
Yes. What is the purpose of Spyro?
Secret tips and tricks of Spyro. You know how you're making fun of like people watching gamers? You just found out how it happens, because then you're going to Google and you're going to watch a gamer playing Spyro, and then you're in there. You're in there watching people playing games. That's how it starts.
Totally. Imagine if I became a Twitcher, but like I can't even figure out how to turn the Xbox controller on half the time. I think it would just make people angry. They'd rage quit on me. I learned what rage quit meant because Michael plays Call of Duty.
I was proud of you for knowing that terminology. I was like, wow, she is a gamer.
Video gamer.
Oh my God, Twitch coming soon in 2032.
Everyone's like, God, no. Please, no.
Don't worry.
Do what you're good at.
We know you won't be able to figure it out.
No, I won't be able to figure out how to stream that. I'll be like, oh my God, I have 1,000 streamers. There's nobody there.
Yeah.
It's just the upload time.
Yeah. how many hours you've been on. It's like it just keeps going up and up.
Yeah, I'm like, wow.
Seconds countdown.
Yeah.
I guess
Okay,
I'll
what's
go
your
into
hot
my
take?
hot take, which is actually kind of involved with Twitch. This would influence it. It's more of a, what is Apple thinking we want? You know, when you swipe left on your phone and you could just like swipe down, you go to like search. And so you can search your iPhone, but then it will also sometimes like bring up articles and stuff right away. So I quickly, like, it's all autopilot because I was booking an Uber because I have a really early morning flight. So I was like, swipe UB, but I actually typed UN, and just like I went through the click, like I knew Uber was there. So I just clicked it and then it popped up. So I just searched UN, clicked the first thing by accident. Apple gave me unique feet. I was like, so you're telling me Apple assumes most people that type UN, the thing they're searching for is unique foot? Or me personally, I was like, I guess like foot fetishes are a thing. So I won't, you know what? Everyone's got their thing. But I was like, that's what Apple thought I wanted. UN, unique foot. Not.
Well, here's my question. Did you click on it?
No, because I did by accident. That was the thing.
But
That's what
did
I
you
was
see
saying.
the unique feet? Were they?
It was
Did
an
you scroll?
article. It happened so fast. It just showed me 10 unique feet.
Wow.
Like some had socks, some didn't. Some were. It happened so fast, but I was just taken aback. Like it, and then I had swiped out so fast. But I was like, why does Apple think that's the first thing I want? Should I be worried?
Yeah.
Does it just assume I will eventually get a foot fetish? Does it just assume that's the pipeline for every human? So it's like, might as well. But that was worrying.
Yeah, we need to ask the internet, what is with the feet like fetishes? Why do people love feet and toes? And it's almost like you post a picture, and if you include your feet, it's like you have to hide it because you just know there's gonna be some creepy person, you know, zooming in on the feet. Why? Why is that a thing?
Do you know what Wiki Feet is?
Yes, I've heard of that.
Okay.
Are you on it?
I think I searched like years ago, and I think I was. If I remember,
You've made it if you're on Wiki Feet.
If I remember it, it was like a self-tan photo. I remember searching for it. I can't remember if I was or not. I think that there was like A1 or something we were able to find, but everybody's on it. It's like any girl who has like over 20K, not to scare everyone who's listening, but it's crazy how I'm like, and it happens so fast. I'm like, how, and I guess with AI, it makes sense now, but like up to a couple of years ago, I'm like, who's just scaring? So if you guys don't know, pretty much anytime a YouTuber, TikToker, Instagram, or anyone shows a flash of their bare foot, it will be screenshotted and uploaded to this thing called Wiki Feet, and it rates your foot. Like out of 1 out of 10. Yeah, so there's a rating of like, this girl's got good feet, they got bad one. And so now that's why I always blur my feet in all my YouTube videos. It's kind of a joke at this point, but also I'm like, it's kind of not a joke.
That's so weird. I will refrain from looking that up because that creeps me out. Do people like comment on the feet?
It's been so long since, like, it's been like 5 years since I went on it. So I'm not really a reliable resource, but my one friend mentioned like she did pageants, and I won't call her out. She's got a great score though, 10 out of 10. Like she's gorgeous, but she she 10
out of 10 for feet or just 10 out of 10 for the pageant?
Both. She wins pageants, wins feet. She's perfection. She's like a tall, 5'10", beautiful, just stunning creature in like STEM. Like she's perfect. And of course her feet is a 10 out of 10, but it's insane how many photos of her feet. She's like, I don't even remember this. Like flashes of her Instagram story. Someone's like, feet. So
okay, well, somebody cover the dogs. Don't let them dogs out. But somebody, please, that is not us, go on and just like leave us a DM or YouTube comment if we both are on Wiki Feet. I don't want to look it up though. I won't.
Thumbs up or thumbs down.
I'm sober off of Googling myself. So that's what I got. I call it, I'm 2 years sober.
I'm proud.
Thank you.
It's self-harm. Googling yourself. That's anytime I go to, I'm like, self-harm. I'm like, true.
You have no business reading that stuff. No business.
But you know what we do have business of? Talk about trends. And that's what we're doing in today's episode.
Look at that. Look at that
segue.
Yeah.
But today we thought it'd be fun to just go over some trends we see in fitness, but also just girly things, beauty, hair, fashion, and what's bubbling, and predict what we think will be the biggest things of summer 2024. So you can get on it early and make fun of your friends when they copy you.
Love it.
Number 1, it's simple. I just even got to say it. Outdoor workouts. I think a lot of running races specifically and clubs. And also I think a lot of people are going to be canceling their memberships at gyms this summer just because everyone's broke. everything's expensive, especially here in Canada right now. So I think there's going to be like a mass movement of just like outdoor free workouts this summer, which isn't too unique, but I mean, I think every park filled, gyms completely empty. Like people are going to freeze their accounts for 3 months and just work out outside. So what are your thoughts? And do you have any favorite outdoor workouts?
I love this. I'm sad for the gyms, but there will always be people that still go to the gyms. But I love a good outdoor workout. I just did a run today and it felt fantastic. I mean, running, easy to do. Run clubs, easy to do, free. If you have to pay, go to a different one. You could, like, if you live in a city, there's usually free activities. Like New York, when I lived there for the summer, you could do yoga at the park, like just bring your mat. Or usually like there's groups as well. If you look on Facebook, like you can find a yoga group and maybe it's like a $5 buy-in for like the person that's hosting it on the beach or whatever it may be. What about you, especially living in Vancouver?
It's almost unfair. Like that's why Vancouver's expensive. Like the outdoor workouts, if you go to Kits, there's this one area, Kitsilano Beach, and it's just tennis courts, beach volleyball, basketball courts, swimming, running. It's just meant for outdoor activities. So I will definitely be partaking. But also, I just wanted to give one tip for some people because I noticed like a lot of run clubs and those are exciting, but some girls aren't even in their running era. I've noticed a lot on both Instagram and seen them outdoors is walking clubs. And I know that sounds funny, but it's like hot girl walking clubs. I'm not talking
Love
to
it.
like 80-year-olds, which would also be fun. You would get a lot of life wisdom if you joined like an elder ladies walking club. But I mean, like specifically, they're titled like Hot Girl Walks of Vancouver, Hot Girl Walks of blank. So if you want to type that on Facebook and you're someone new to a city, you want to meet friends, but you're like, how am I supposed to meet a friend while I'm running, huffing and puffing? There's an idea to look for, like free, good way to make friends and just stay active outside.
I love that. I wish there was a hot girl walk club. I'm over here with my pepper spray. And you could get your walk in, meet some friends, or just put on a podcast and you're safe with some girlies walking around. That's awesome.
You can also just do it with your girlfriends. There's a fun thing. You guys are like, Saturday, meet hot girl walk. You can map out little coffees. You make a little scavenger hunt. Like try like instead of pub crawl, coffee crawl. Like try different places in the city. Do you know what I mean? There's a lot of options like that. That's my kind of, or you can progress. In the morning, you start brunch, coffee shop, fika. Then you know what? You stop and get like a sparkling soda somewhere. And then you know what? It's 5 o'clock. Go check out the local brewery. You can make it a whole day.
That sounds great. That sounds like a fantastic day.
That's kind of what I'm doing Saturday.
Yeah.
Now I think about it. That's the bachelorette party. I was like, I guess this is going after. I can't spoil it, but we're doing like actually this is a great day. We're meeting up, going for brunch, then we're going and doing a little hike just outside the city, and then we're doing one of those pedal crawl things.
Fun.
So like those bikes where you're all 10 or sit there, and then you just go bar to bar to bar. And especially when you're in a city, that can be such a fun thing to do, like stay active, and you get into clubs easier because you're like prepaid ticket and that. So there's something to do.
That's awesome. I love that. Or if you live in a city too, I mean, there's the city bikes.
True.
Like when we lived in New York, we would just take them and like we go all the way to like the bottom of Manhattan and like work our way up, vice versa, and just spend the whole day doing it, hopping around.
Yeah. I also got to say one thing. How is it legal that I'm doing this? Like, isn't it technically drinking and driving when you're drunk on a bike? It's one of those like unspoken rules. And it's like, that's literally the business, us all drinking on a bike.
True. But you are, well, I guess I did it one time in Arizona, but I'm trying to think if we were ever on the real road. It was for the most part, we would like be on the side. So maybe that's how they make it legal.
I'm not asking questions, but I am asking questions, I guess. I'm like,
that's valid.
Don't stop. I'm still going to participate. But I'm just like.
But also, there's somebody hosting it and they're sober.
True.
So maybe I think it's electric technically. So maybe the pedals aren't really real or something.
That's it. We're not actually doing anything. It's just like false illusion. And it's okay. That makes sense.
Yeah.
There we go. Because I was like, that seems suspicious.
Yeah, that seems super suspicious.
Something else that seems suspicious is number 2. Now, this is just a personal observation. Pilates, we know. Pilates has been in its era. But I mean, like, this is when the tables have turned. Pilates overhit this summer. And here's my notice. Barry's is wide open. You can get into any Barry's class you want right now. Any of those kind of classes, there's always a spot. Book last minute. easy get in. No, they're not dead, but it's not so. I have not been able to get into a single one of my normal Pilates class for 3 weeks. The 6 a.m.s, the 7 a.m.s, the 8 a.m.s, Legree, Reformer. I was like, I've got to stop. I'm not saying it was me, but I'm just like, I'm not mentioning a place to go ever again because I can't get in anymore. They're all swamped. So like we were all in our Pilates era, but I mean, this summer is like, boom, hit is a kind of thing of a past, or people are just doing it once a week kind of thing is how it also feels. What are your thoughts?
I agree with that. I even see that online, like there's memes going around being like when a gym girl like is feeling good but sees a Pilates princess walk by her. So it's like I kind of like it because I feel like for so long people made fun of girls that did Pilates and like the more softer eras that they're in, and now everyone's like, "You're a cool girl." So I like it. I think it's awesome, and I still like high intensity, but I don't know if people want to get into their softer era with Pilates, go for it.
I love it. I think we all should do some VO2 max training, and berries is kind of a fun way to do it. But like, I think we're all learning just because HIIT's good for you doesn't mean do HIIT every day. Like I get that comment, like, why shouldn't we do it? I'm like, honestly, you need 10 minutes a week max VO2 training, like full on 10 minutes, but that can be like 2 minutes on a Monday, 3 minutes on a Wednesday, 2 by 5, like, and then you're kind of done versus like this constant thought you have to do more and more and more. And now we realize we're like, okay, I'm doing berries once, I'll do Pilates 1 to 3 times. And I like that. Totally. I like that.
Yeah, I agree.
Number 3, I'm going to mark it as tennis girl era summer. That's going to be it. It's going to be everywhere. First, I think pickleball players, people who have played pickleball for a couple of years, are going to start playing tennis. I think people will pick up pickleball for the first time I haven't. I think paddle is going to get even bigger in North America. And I think people are just going to start dressing tennis girl. And the reason being, it's first of all, challengers, Zendaya. It's like a fun way. And just even you look at the clothing brands, Lululemon, full tennis range. Aloes, totally just like tennis girl era. I think like I start to see like the wags of tennis players are everywhere on social media and they're all over Netflix and that. So I think it's going to be like everybody is playing tennis this summer. What are your thoughts?
I completely agree. Have you played paddle?
Oh, that's the one I play the most, paddle, of the 3 of them.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
like we just got that in our community. Oh,
it's massive in Sweden and Spain. That's why I'm like, it's coming. And like, once people start playing paddle, I think it could kill pickleball. Because personally, I think it's way more fun. It's a bit more intense, but also as easily accessible. So I think it could take over the pickleball for craze. Paddle could.
Interesting. Yeah, we have it in our community. We got a pickleball court like system. Then we have paddle, and I'd never played it before. Michael played it and he said it was kind of tough. Would you agree?
It's
like coordination wise.
So first of all, it's meant to be with 2 people. Like you can play singles paddle, but like it's going to be hard. Like it's definitely the fun part about it. It takes a little bit of a groove, but just as much as pickleball. And if you guys have never seen it, think of like a tennis or pickleball court, but it's got glass around it. So it's kind of like squash, so you can hit things off. And it's nice that like anyone can do it in the sense you can have very lazy, like older people tend to like it because you can kind of lob the ball and it's not as like tennis smashing, but then at the same time you could get intense about it and start smashing it off the walls. Like when Megs is so good at it, it's ridiculous. But like me and him could play together against like him and a friend, which is kind of fun of it because it's like very much doubles. But it takes like a little bit, but just as much as getting into pickleball, but not as intimidating as tennis. Like if I had to do the hierarchies, like tennis is the most intense, but it's the coolest. Paddle's kind of in between. It's easier to get into than tennis, but not as cool as tennis. And then I hate to say it, pickleball is the easiest, but it's the lamest of the 3. It's not lame, but if I had to do a hierarchy of cool factor, fun factor, that's what I'll say.
Okay, cool. I like this. I think it's fun. I love a good outdoor activity. And I think tennis outfits are really cute. So I'm down for a tennis girl summer era.
Yeah. So try one of them. If tennis is scary, try pickleball. If you have access to paddle, do, and embrace it. It's a cute reason to wear a skirt.
Yeah.
Now, number 4, we're talking makeup. Now, these are the trends I've noticed coming, and I need to know your thoughts. First, matte smoky eyes back, blue eyeshadow, colorful mascara, blue muted, like just a lot of blues, and then like a muted doll blush, like very like blushy, like it stands out. And I'm like, are we going back to 2010 makeup? James Charles era of YouTube, beauty gurus of YouTube, that level of glam. Are we going back, or is it more clean girl with we're just adding a little blue mascara? What do you think?
Ooh. I mean, I love everything that you listed. I hope we're not 2010 in the sense of like, I felt like it was a lot on your face, like you said, like a lot of product. So I like the idea of clean girl, but maybe adding those like minimal touches. But I love a smoky eyeshadow. Like I always have. That was my go-to in college. And like if I go out and I decide like a wedding, whatever, I always put a smoky eye on. So I am not mad at that. The blue shadow I probably won't participate in because I have brown eyes, but I think it's really pretty. What do you think?
I got to be honest, I love a clean girl look. I love a simple natural, but that's trends. You have to like enjoy the moments you're in, and you're like, my preferred look of makeup's in, and I got to enjoy it for 4 years. And if the smoky eye comes back that I can't do and looks awful on me, I just have to embrace that it's not my time to shine. I got to take a step back and let the other girls win. And then the cycle will come back around, and then I will step forward. But right now,
I'm just imagining you with a smoky eye right now.
It doesn't work. It doesn't, like, occasionally I get my makeup done and it just, because I'm so fair. Do you know what I mean? Like I have white as can be hair and like eyelashes and all that kind of stuff. So like as soon as I wear a smoky eye, it looks like a black eye. I'm just being honest. It looks like a black eye on me. Occasionally someone could do one like very natural, very, very skilled makeup artists can make one look good on me because they use a lot of like browns and pinks and that. But I definitely can't do that on myself. So I'm going to be stepping back and passing the torch.
Are you a winter or like a spring with your colors?
I'm trying to get this done because without getting too much into it, I believe I'm a spring. But then also some winter colors look good on me. So I'm very neutral. I feel like I'm very kind of warm. I'm very neutral. So I don't know.
Because I feel like smoky eyes they only work really well with people that are autumn. Because they're already they have dark tones and they're already wearing dark tones. Like that's what I've noticed. Like I wouldn't do a smoky eye with like a blue sweater. I would do a smoky eye with like a black outfit, a white outfit, browns, maroon, emerald, you know?
Yeah, like, I like that.
Yeah. Smoky eye is my jam. So if you ever need smoky eye opinions, I got you.
I love it. It's your time to shine, baby, and I'm here for it.
I feel like you would rock the blues though with your color of your eyes.
I will. That's the one thing I would like to embark on, like a little blue eyeshadow or a little blue mascara.
Yeah,
I think it could work.
Fantastic.
And I have those. It sounds like such pick me energy, but I have half green, half blue eyes. So whichever color I wear, it pops. So if I wear blue, my eyes look blue. If I wear green, my eyes look green. So that could make me just have my blue-eyed girl summer by wearing some blue mascara, and then everyone thinks my eyes are blue.
Yeah, do it.
Now, speaking of something I will not do, we're talking hair. First, the biggest trend of the summer lives on, the bob, soft curtain bangs, and then 90s layers. What are your thoughts of these styles taking over everyone's For You page?
For bobs, it sounds great in theory. I think I'm going to regret it if I do it. So get a wig. But curtain bangs, I'm here for the curtain bangs. I'm so happy bangs are back. I tried to do the slicked back look. I look like an egg. I just know I don't look good in it. And I'm itching to go to my hairstylist and say, give me bangs back, baby. I love them.
I love it. They look so good on some girls. So good. Like I see it and I'm so tempted. The bob, I'm tempted. The curtain bangs, I am tempted. It's not my era. It's not my era. The slick back bun was my era. I lucked out. It doesn't look good because I have such thin hair. Like I have a lot of it and thin, so it kind of like clumps. So whenever I have soft bangs like that, I have to style it with so much product. But if I put in a little too much product, it becomes like a sticky line. So the soft curtain bangs, for my lifestyle, it doesn't really work out. I've regretted them every time. And I love the 90s layers. I'm considering it. I'm like, you know what? I'm happy with my hair growth now. So I'm considering throwing in some layers. Up to now, I'm like, we're not cutting anything. I don't care. So I'm thinking of adding in a little bit of volume to get some volume. So that
I can see you with like Rachel Green layers, like long layers.
That's exactly what I'm thinking of. I was like, I can do with that. I can deal with that.
Yeah.
Baby steps.
Totally.
Number 6, boho chic. Chic? Is it boho chic or boho chic? No, it's boho chic. That was the that was the saying back in the day, is back. And crochet dresses and like that vacay look are going to be everywhere. I think that's going to be like all those dresses. They're going to have like 2 pieces. And I think that's going to be like the it pattern of this summer. What are your thoughts?
I love that because I live somewhere that I wear crochet dresses, 2 pieces. I mean, that's like islandy vibes. So I already have it in my closet for once. I am on the trend.
I love that for you. You're killing it. This is Sam's year. This is Sam's. Sam's Hot Girl Summer. That's Sammers. It's short for
There
Sam's
you
Hot Girl
go.
Summer. Sammers. That's what I
Love
was doing there.
it.
Yeah. So it's
Perfect.
your
What do you
time to
think?
shine.
I don't see you
I
in
love it.
crochet. Really?
I love it. Like it's a nice, like it's very summery kind of thing. Like a dress. I got one tennis outfit. It's like crochet from Aloe. And it's like, yeah, it's cute. It's like a sweater 2-piece dress. So I like it. It's not like my first go-to, but like it's such a nice thing to like throw in, I feel, when you're like traveling, because you can throw it over top of your bikini, you can wear it to dinner. Like it's a very nice capsule piece in that sense.
I agree.
Now, something that's more my style though than boho chic is the old sport look. I think it's going to take over, because last year was definitely quiet luxury. And I think this is kind of combining, quiet luxury meets tennis club, because first Paris Olympics is going to be huge. And what speaks like, you know what I mean? Like quiet luxury athletics. So think very much like, just like we said, tennis girl era, which also you're just kind of seeing it ever. That Aloe set I had, I feel like that style is very in, taking polos, but like mixing and matching. I feel is very in, taking the Adidas Sambas, which are soccer shorts. So I think just that old school 80s, 70s retro sport look, just incorporated into our daily day. But that got me thinking, do you think the Olympics is going to be a flop this year? Because the last one, and it was 2020 kind of thing, like, or I think we had in 2021, it just didn't have the same pizzazz. Like, I just feel not as much excitement is happening about this Olympics. Like, there's way more excitement about the eras in Paris than there is about Olympics. Like, way more. It's crazy. So what are your thoughts?
I mean, can you blame them of the eras? I mean, I don't know who you think you're talking to.
Biased much.
Yeah, I'm like, right there, answer. Not me, like on the Stairmaster yesterday, and I like stumble upon a live video on TikTok, and I was like, watch. And I was just watching, reading the comments, as one does.
Classic.
But I agree. I literally have not heard anything about the Olympics. It's like not hyped up online. And I don't know, maybe the Olympics misses the mark of social media at the moment, because it's almost like that cool girl that's like, I don't need social media. And then she's like, fuck, I need social media. You know, like I'm trying to think of somebody like Shania Twain. It's like, she's iconic, but it's like even she needs social media. Everybody does.
You just get forgotten now.
Age.
It's one of those, I'm like, yeah, you're still a big deal, but like you'll get forgotten. You got to post on here.
Absolutely.
We don't watch the news. We go on TikTok now.
Yeah. So. There is this guy that I know. He was a professional baseball player. When I met him, he was like, you humble me, because I didn't know who he was. And I was like, I just don't watch sports. I'm sorry. And I'm trying to explain who this guy is to like Michael. And he's like, oh my God, how did you not know who this was? But I ran into him like recently. It's been a year since I'd seen him. I was like, oh my God, how are you doing? And he's like, oh, Savannah, like I finally caved on getting social media. Because when I met him, he was like, I was recording at the gym. He goes, why are you recording? And I said, oh, I just post this stuff online. And he's like, oh, what do you post it on? And he was saying, I don't use social media at all. But I, you know, like for my career, like I just haven't had to. And that's how we talked about it. And he told me he caved and he got social media. And I was like, so cute. He's like, it's the only way to stay, like you said, relevant. He said, in order to keep going. And I was like, good, I'm proud of you.
Yeah, it's just the reality. You can be angry or you accept it and move on. But I have to, this is a safe space on Hitting the Bars. And I'm going to call out Lululemon if you want a little giggle. You know how Nike, I believe, does USA's like Olympic clothes? Yeah. So Lululemon just a couple of years ago now, it used to be Roots. Lululemon does all of Canada's clothes, as it should. Like, it was crazy that for a little while they didn't. But they just dropped their Olympics, and it's so bad. It looks, now keep in mind Canada's colors, white and red. Do you know what also is typically white and red? Crime scenes. It looks like Dexter's like murder blanket. because they're all white with these like red splotches all over them, these like red, like different pattern maple leaves. And I walked in, I'm like, these look like a murder scene. And this is what we're putting our athletes on to like the world. Like they look like murder victims. I'm like, Lulu, what are you doing?
But little do they know they're the nice Canadians.
Maybe that's it. But and I'm sure the artist who did it was great. And like the pattern looks fine, but just something about the white and red at first glance, a little murder scene. A little murder scene. I gotta say it.
That's funny. I'll have to look it up.
Google it after.
You'd think not them having a murder scene with maple leaves. That's kind of funny.
Know. That is funny. I was like, you know what? Maybe that's subliminally they want to get in people's head. Like, we're coming here to murder you guys. We're going to win so bad. But it's also the Summer Olympics, and that's not Canada's foreplay. We definitely are winter people. So
maybe they're like, oh, you thought this looked like a murder scene? Wouldn't know what that's like. We're Canadian.
There's never been one up here.
There's no murders here. We're just your nice, friendly neighbors. Might murder a moose or two.
No, I plead the fifth. No one has been
harmed. Do you guys hunt for moose?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know if maybe it was like a respect thing. You don't hunt for mooses. No,
like you have to get. It's like any. You have to get a tag. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I think you get a tag. Like I know nothing about hunting, but I know there's certain animals that like there's only a certain amount of people that like can get a tag to hunt for it each year. So like I think you would get like a moose tag. I'm assuming those ones are like prestigious. Like, you know what I mean? Some of those bigger animals. And but I don't like to think of that. Moose, that's something that's a meat I have trouble eating is game meat. Especially like deer and moose and elk. I mean, they're so beautiful.
Also, there's nothing worse than when someone's like, it tastes gamey. I'm like, ugh. Like, I just think of them eating leaves in the cold, and I'm just like, oh, God, I don't want to know gamey. Like, oh, gosh, that word. And there's like this specific taste to it that's not right in a sense.
Yeah.
And I'm like, they've seen some stuff.
Yeah. Apparently that means, actually, I'm not even going to say it. I know why it tastes more gamey and not, and it's sad. So I'm not going to say it.
Isn't it just like a variety of their diet?
Ish. That's one
thing. It's not controlled.
It's also apparently, plug your ears for the next 30 seconds if you're sensitive. It has something sometimes to do with how they're killed. Like they can release certain. That's what I've heard. I remember someone saying that. I think it's what they eat and how they're killed. Yeah, exactly. Like cortisol released. Like that can affect how gamey it tastes. So I'm like,
that's horrible.
That's why I was like, I get the hypocrite. I get I'm a hypocrite. I still eat meat, but like that. Oh dear. Oh no, that's hard. That's hard for me. That's
sad.
They're so cute.
They are so darn cute.
Anyways, let's go to something the complete opposite and funny. Let's end off with the last one. Pajama party. Everyone's wearing striped pajama PJs, the boxers. I'm sure you've all seen like the white and blue striped pants or the boxers ever. And I thought this is the best thing because a lot of us got in the bad habit of only wearing leggings, sweatpants, all that, especially us workout girlies when everything's shut down. We're just all comfortable. This is a great transition to slowly get you back to jeans, slowly get you back into something that's comfy, but not leggings and sweatpants if you're kind of stuck in that routine. Also, because it's summer, I get stuck like that in the winter time. I'm like, I just want to be warm and cozy. So throw on a pair of those like cute striped PJs and boxers. I just purchased a pair. I'll let you know. But what are your thoughts?
Wow. I honestly won't be participating. I'm not a big boxer girl. The way my body's shaped, I don't think it would flatter it one bit. But I've seen it. Some people look really cute. I just can't get behind boxers for myself. It's almost as like I'll never get behind Bermuda shorts. It just doesn't work for me. And that's the length boxer is. Bermuda shorts.
True.
But it'll look cute on you. Like,
thank
you.
For
sure.
We'll find out. We'll find out. It could occasionally stuff like that I can pull off, and occasionally I look like a boy. So we'll find out. Either like, you know what I mean? Like, it's tough with like, because I have no hips. So sometimes it's like, she can pull it off. But then sometimes it's like, she has the body of a 14-year-old boy. Sometimes, you know what I mean? Like it makes it look like I don't, but like it just kind of sometimes those outfits, I'm like, this was not the intent at all.
Totally. So we'll find out. You're like, I was not trying to be she's the man.
No, I was going for like, I just threw on my boyfriend's boxer, so cute, laying in bed, brunch, like look at me, and then it's like you look like a young boy, and that's
Yeah.
not the look I was going for. Nope.
Yeah. Some people make it look chic, others no. Like, and you get old enough, guys, that you just know what works for you and you know what doesn't. It's like when I went to try on my wedding dress, like all these wedding dresses, they're like, try every style. You'll be surprised. I'm like, bro, like I know what I like. And they made me try the style and I was like, I hate it. I knew it. Like,
Yeah,
you get to an age where you know what flatters your body
true.
and like you accept that your body is that type and you just have to work with it. And when the long shorts came out, that was my era. That's my jam. That works well for my thighs, you know? And I just got to let the wave pass on this weird boxer movement.
See, we're ebbs and flows. I'm catching steam on some and I'm avoiding others, and you're Sav's Hot Girl Summer, and then you're going to avoid some others. And it's just riding the wave of trends. You love some, ditch some. Love some, ditch some.
Yeah.
Now, to wrap it up, we got a confession session. If you guys didn't know, you can hit us up on Hitting the Bars on Instagram. And if you had a recent occurrence this last week and you did something you need to get off your chest in the gym, at work, at the bar, you can send it to us and just let it off and just stay in our little tight-knit community. So this one is very appropriate to us, I thought. I'm a 28-year-old and known as the fit chick at my job, and I was showing off all my mobility moves to my younger coworkers. I've topped it off with a sit and stand test, and on the way up, I tweaked my knee and had to walk with a limp the rest of the day. Hashtag humbled. How many times have you been that person? Be like, look what I can do. And then just the walk of shame after.
Totally. Respect for her showing off and showing them you can do it at a job, 29. I feel like I train a lot of girls that are like, you can't do fitness. I'm working. And I'm like, you can. So go you for doing it. But that is funny. You just went too overboard.
Oh, yeah. We've all done it. Being like, oh, watch, yeah, I can do that. And then you're like not properly warmed up. You're like, I'll be fine. Famous last words. Famous last words.
Absolutely. All right, guys. Well, that was a good one. With that being said, don't forget to check us out on YouTube, on Instagram. Leave us a 5-star review. Write something nice, hopefully. And we will see you in the next one. Bye.
Bye.